simplifying TP administration and marketing with AI. Suho is known as the bridge maker. He is a trainer who works with organizations on leadership, execution, and people development. Today, he will share how trainers can use AI to reduce the time spent on admin and marketing work. He will cover practical ways to use AI for tasks such as writing proposals, preparing content, organizing clients' information, following up, and making programs marketing clearer. He will also do a live demo on NLC, showing how AI can support real daily work. Let's welcome Suho as he shares on how to simplify administrative and marketing tasks using AI. A big round of applause. Yeah, sure. Okay, before I pass on to Suho, a reminder for the upcoming event in November by Dr. Oliver Ho. I just pass you the mic.
Thank you, Glenn. Now, I'm going to pass this black book across the whole floor. At the end of the day, can you pass back to our administrator here so that we have the reservation for the first 40 people who sign up. Now, I met a few ladies who say that I'm single. I'm only a trainer. The other lady said, I'm single, I'm only a trainer. Can we hook up together to share a room? No problem. 2 men can share a room, 2 ladies share a room, but Mr. Glenn, we cannot matchmake.
Why do you look at me?
So you put yourself, you want to share room, you put a tick there on the share room with somebody, then your cost goes down. $950 divided by 2, only $475 per person. Very, very cheap for 1 night, 2 days in a suite, in a 5-star resort with full board, lunch, dinner, tea break, breakfast, all paid.
So
okay,
you will do the matchmaking, is it?
No, I don't dare to play matchmaking. The ladies will put out there, I want to find a partner. Then ladies, men with men. Okay?
Sounds totally wrong.
Must specify the gender of the partner.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I pass the book now.
He's not permitted to go and look for partner.
Yes.
Not permitted. Alright, welcome, good afternoon everybody.
Good afternoon.
I just realized the only trainer slot, the rest are all trainer provider, the only trainer slot was the one right after lunch. So technically I think we're supposed to do Energizer lah, like some Simon Says or some Kumbaya or Chicken Dance, alright? Unfortunately, I'm not a team building trainer. I don't do a lot of those chicken dance activities and all. So it's going to be a bit boring, okay? In fact, I told the organizer I don't have slide. I want to do a live demo. I want to do a live demo. How many of you use AI by show of hands? How many of you use AI to generate images, photos, flyers by show of hands? How many of you customize contents for your clients by show of hands? How many of you customize web solutions and software for your clients as part of their training program by show of hands? Ooh. Now that gets interesting, isn't it? How many of you would like to be able to do something like when you talk to a client says, okay, so what's a value add you're going to give to us? Because how many of you realize, although HRDC has bumped the 6,005 to 10,005, most of your clients are still telling you, we only paid 6,005.
5,000.
5,000. Hi.
3-5.
And when you 3-5 is what he pays his trainers, okay? So for those of you trainers, please look for a later. Now, one of the challenges a lot of trainers and training providers have is when the clients ask for value add, and what value add are we going to give? What pre and post program contents can we give? You want to give pre and post learning? Other trainers are doing the same. You want to give post program activity in your LMS or whatever? Other trainers are doing the same. So the question is, what can make you stand out? As well as for the training providers, how can you use AI to do all your administrative stuff for you, administrative duties for you? And that's what we're going to look at. Will that be okay?
Yes.
So the first one I want to share is, if you see this whole list, the reason why I put this list up is because this is actually what I do every day with my AI. And up there is my actual contents to clients, so I have to hide it. So the best way for me to hide it is list down all the things that my AI has been trained to do. And he's been trained in 30 over skills of what the trainer does, including RD, including experiential learning, etc., etc., etc. So I'm going to ask him to do a new program called Simplifying Training Provider Administrative and Marketing Tasks with AI, a 2-day training program. At the end of these 15 minutes, hopefully, God bless me, it will be done with the outline, immediately output in the docs. I can put in a QR code, you can scan it, and if you want those programs, you can engage us to do that. Upsell. Okay, so as you can see, I didn't even prompt it. Some of the trainers are going to prompt engineering, go and learn all of that. Trust me, by the time you learn prompt engineering, your AI already learned how you talk. I think your AI learns how you speak faster than you can learn prompt engineering. Agreed? And how many of you here knows how electricity actually works? Any of you know how electricity works?
Not sure.
How many of you know how to use electricity? Do you need to know how electricity works to use electricity?
No.
I don't need to know how AI works to use AI. Right? And so can you. And it's a very simple thing. The task was, I just key in exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted a 2-day program and I just leave it to run. Okay? And then I pray it's done in 15 minutes. Now, this second thing, I kind of prompted this earlier today, just as I came in after lunch. Alright? I wanted to give something to MedPro. And I think today's program is quite unique, quite interesting. So I asked it to build a wall of love, where participants can scan a QR code, immediately can upload some photos, upload the videos, upload the testimonies, and I wanted to do a one window that has a word plan, where you can key in one word and then you create a word plan for everyone. Alright? I don't have MedPro's website, so I just kind of borrowed one of my existing website. I call it medpro.assetpeopledevelopment.com. I don't have MedPro's website, so I cannot copy MedPro's website. I got your logo, so I'm going to ask it to base on your logo. And this is exactly what I prompted. Alright? I asked it to scope. This is what it says it will do. I'm like, okay, don't tell me what you'll do, just go do it. And it says, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Now notice, this AI that I'm working with is kind of like trained not to just simply do. You don't want an AI to simply do because it will eat a lot of your tokens, okay? That means a lot of subscription is used up. So it kind of like a bit long-winded lah, okay? So I'm just going to read through, make sure everything is done. Okay, looks good. Okay, just do it. Alright, how many of you know how to write just do it? By a show of hands. Okay, you can prompt AI now. Okay, and I'm just going to leave it there while it generates. It's going to have a little bit of icons. And in this time, I'm going to share with you a little bit of my journey of using AI. I am not an AI person. Any AI trainer here? Don't be shy. Okay, yes, hi. So I'm not an AI person, okay? I don't like technology. I am technology averse. I am scared of technology because I think that all these jargons that all the tech people use, it's like way over my head. And AI is one of those like super jargony stuff lah, you know. And when AI first came out, I know it's important. So we engaged trainers to come and train my team. I work with a team of trainers. There are now almost about 50 of us. So we engaged AI trainers to come and teach us. So the first batch of AI trainers that we got were what I call magician trainers. Magician trainers, they come in and go like, AI can do this. AI can create photos. And then they created all the photos of people with 6 fingers and spelling errors. So AI could do that. I'm like, wow. And AI can create videos. I'm like, oh, wow. And AI can create music. So I don't have to pay subscription for music anymore. And I can tweak my music to however I like it. Wow, I like AI. But then I don't really know how to tie it back into my training work, right? And then we engaged a second batch of trainers to come, and we got the IT, the tech guys. And they came in and go like, okay, the AI has all these harness, repo, and then you do a cron job. And after 2 days, I'm like even more lost than I was. Any of you have ever attended a professor lecturing in quantum physics? Anyone? Oh yeah. Okay, we had one. I never, until I went for the AI class. I came out like completely lost. My team looked at me, I looked at them, I'm like, I think this AI thing is not for us. And but I still wanted something that can kind of connect all the tasks, the admin tasks of what a TP will do. So you have maybe your E3s every day. You'll check your inbox. How many of you check inbox? And then maybe grant approvals. How many check grant approvals? How many of you are not going to lift up your hand no matter what I say? It's an old trainer joke, okay? You guys are supposed to lift up your hand at that juncture. Now, so I was like, okay, some administrative staff are quite regular. Checking your inbox, checking your email, the inquiry email, checking your maybe inquiry WhatsApp, maybe checking your grant approval and E3s. So what I realized is, I gotta keep it fresh. What I realized is if I get these stuff all automated, I can actually save a lot of my trainers' work. Now, how many of you been to a food court or kopitiam recently? Anyone? And you look at those kopitiam and food court, right? I was there a couple of days back, and I noticed all the stalls were owned and operated. I don't know why owned and all of them, all operated by foreign workers.
Yes.
Right? And I recently had some minor renovation work done in my house, and I realized all the renovation work is also done by foreign workers. And so I thought to myself, how did it come to a point where the foreign workers are doing the cooking and doing the operation of the stores and doing, you know, the construction work? I realized they started by learning the job, and eventually they earned the trust, and then the bosses just left it all to them. Correct? And so that's what AI is doing right now. AI is doing that in the white collar world. AI is doing all your stuff, all your work for you, all your administrative work, marketing work, whatever you want AI to do, AI is doing it for you now. And what AI is doing is it's learning how to do that job. And so what we have been doing is we've been training our AI to do outlines, to do, web apps like this. We have been using our AI to create games. We have been using AI to create customized games online. We have been creating role plays online. We have been creating, instead of workbooks, we are creating this, what they call that, choose your own adventure. Any of you played choose your own adventure before when you were young? It's like a book, you read one paragraph and then they give you a few options and then you go to another paragraph, go to another paragraph and then you get an outcome, right? So some of our workbooks are being built in that manner. We have been, any of you heard of Bandersnatch? Black Mirror Bandersnatch? Yeah, you can choose your own adventure in a video. So we're building some of the choose your own adventure video for our clients to use. We have been using voice. We have been doing voice stress tests. We have been doing writing personality profiling tools that are all built by AI. I have no clue how AI is doing it. I think there are a group of little people hiding behind, coding everything, but it's doing it very fast. The other day I was talking to one client, and in a span of that presentation, they wanted to change their website. So I was talking to them why you need to get a programmer to change your website, why don't you just get AI to do it? And it was about a 10-15 minute conversation and presentation, and I've done a working model for them on the spot. That was my mistake. Everybody say, what's your mistake, Suhu?
What's your mistake, Suhu?
What's your mistake? What's your mistake?
Okay, ready? Let's try that again. Everybody say, what's your mistake, Suhu?
What's your mistake, Suhu?
I showed them the working model in 15 minutes. They asked me, since you have done it so fast, can give discount? Yo. So I realized sometimes I have to wait a few more days. Maybe that's why we ask our TPs to wait for our outline, you see. You have to think. Okay? So AI is able to do a lot of different things. But the question is, how are you using and what are you using in your AI? If you're using ChatGPT, it's chat, it's talking to you. If you're using generative AI, that's generating things for you. But the world now is moving towards agentic AI, where AI is doing the actual work. AI is independently doing the work. AI is scheduled to do when you are asleep, is going to go out there and do some things for you. Example, I got one of my AI bots to crawl 60 over websites in Malaysia for HRDC updates and all the latest updates in Picasso and so forth. So for how many TPs like that by show of hands? Right? It crawls the internet for all the things I don't have time to search. it searches it, it summarizes it, it puts it into a website, and it sends to me on a Telegram. Isn't that cool? Yeah. And because you guys are such wonderful people, ask from me later the website, I'll give it to you for free. Right? So, and it continues to build, and it keeps building different things. And I can, in the span of a presentation with your client, I can share with your client what we can build for them as a value add to them. Imagine your client finish a leadership program and immediately builds a leadership app that they can use to validate who are the next level leaders they can have. Or as in a conversation with them, they want to role play, we can create a whole scenario for them where they can test out their next level leader or even the existing leaders. They can play in different scenarios so they will always remember the skill that they learned in the class. That's the level of customization we're able to do with our clients today. And it's all able to be done simply with AI. Now, in 15 minutes I can't teach you AI, but I can give you a few pointers to look for. Go and start looking at the easiest one and most common one will be Claude. But it's probably not the cheapest one. Anything easy and good is not cheap. Right? Start looking into Claude. Claude has a free university. You can go and learn some of the stuff there and start picking up. Go and find all of the, I know there are a lot of AI training providers in here. Find the AI training providers, grab them and ask them. Don't ask them about how to use AI anymore. Ask them specifically, how do you use agentic AI? Because agentic AI is not just about connection. It's not about connecting the apps together. It's about getting the apps to work. Alright? So since I don't have anything flashing on me yet, let me see if L&D is done. Okay, so L&D is done with the whole design work. Now I have to output into docs. Alright? So right, that's as easy as that. Doesn't take a genius to learn it. If I can learn it, so can you. Okay? I don't know AI. I don't know social media marketing. I'm a proponent of books. Write, don't type. But I think I can use this, you can too. Okay? So let's open the floor for questions while my AI continues to work. Anyone got questions? Anyone got questions? Yes. Oh.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yep.
Okay, for the agentic AI, you need to do the process for it to do the surveillance, right? That you were
I
saying.
don't understand.
That means, just now you said it will do the work for you when
Mhm.
you're asleep.
But you have to tell it what to do.
Yeah, so there is a proper way of doing it, isn't it?
Okay. So what you're asking, correct me if I'm wrong, is there a step to the prompting so that it knows what to do?
Exactly.
Okay, beautiful. Let me show you what my prompt was, okay? So as I was prompting to build the website, this was the actual prompt. So all I need to do is, because AI has learned us, it has learned us faster than we have learned them. Alright? It's us against them, okay? They're taking over the world soon.
Yeah.
They have learned how we speak much faster than we have learned how they speak. So all I did was build a wall of love. What's wall of love? I don't know. I never thought it what the wall of love is. But I kind of know what I want for photos, testimonials, and video sharing by participants of my event. Participants will be given a QR code where they can scan and send their documents and files. Make one window at the top for word plant where participants can type one word of how they feel at the event. Brand it according to this logo attached. Use DNS, Metro. This DNS, of course, I have to generate. The logo I have to download and upload. Done. So agentic AI is not as complicated as what a lot of us think it is. It used to be, because AI don't really understand us yet. So we have to tell it, make sure it has no 6 fingers, make sure I only have 5 fingers, make sure the spelling says this and all of that. And people, in the early days, trainers were comparing themselves between how many prompts do you use. Oh, I use a 32-line prompt, I use a 52 prompt, I use a race technique, race framework, RAD framework, or whatever framework. In those days, yes. But in today's world, It's only the difference is how much token you consume in it trying to think you. Yeah, the more it tries to figure you out, the more tokens you're going to consume. But by the time you use agentic AI, your subscription is not going to be the free one. It has enough tokens to think to understand you lah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, just to follow up, like you mentioned, it can actually go through Perkeso website and
Correct.
HRDC and give you. Is there a specific kind of prompt to do, or just normal wording?
Just normal wording. Crawl. So what my agent has, this agent, it has one plugin that allows it to browse websites. So I put in for the browser, I got it to go and browse the websites. I listed down a few of them. Initially, I think I only had about 15. Then I asked the AI, in these 15, can you suggest more? So it went all the way to about now, we have about 60 websites that is constantly crawling, including TNB, EPF. Now, why does it crawl TNB and EPF? It's actually crawling TNB and EPF for the tender page. So in that update, it also updates what are the common tenders that you're seeing in the market or you can find in the market as an opportunity prompt to whoever is reading the newsletter. Yeah? Cool? Thank you. Yes, any other questions? Next.
Just one question from the admin. Is AI versus environment? Is there any adverse situation for AI in the environment in general?
Oh yes, AI uses a lot of data center. Data centers are very hot. So you use a lot of AI will use a lot of data center. The world will get very hot. And then we will come to the end of the world where AI will take over.
Besides the data centers themselves, do you think the use of AI?
No clue.
None, right?
Only the data center I think is a big problem. To me, yeah. I think the data center is a big, by the way, I think the data center is a big problem, yeah? Because of the raw materials that it consumes, because of the, and the heat that it generates, and all of that, I think the data centers are a problem. But then again, hey, you don't use it, other people are going to use it, right? So might as well use it. Okay? So by the way, the right side is up. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed, okay? I've never done this live in front of all the training providers and all. So if I screw up today, please forgive me and please continue to engage me, alright? Just saying, just saying. Okay, so you can scan it and then you can plant your plant. Yeah? Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Safe. Alright, so while that's going on, if you need to scan, you can scan on the TV screens beside you as well. So it has a wall of love at the bottom for people who want to send out anything, you know. Yeah. Okay. So while you guys are playing with the plant, let me just go back here and quickly check on my L&D. Is L&D done? L&D is also done. L&D is also done. And all I have to do is click here and it automatically download my document and I open it and let's see what it does. Okay. And done. Okay, including the timing, etc., etc., etc. All the rules according to what HRDC does. My AI, I've trained it to know what HRDC claims, claimable rates are. I've also shared a QR code that goes to my, I've also shared a QR code and a link that goes to my notebook. So if any of you need to kind of like check on HRDC claimable, etc., you can go to that notebook. The notebook is also in the newsletter, so you can also use the newsletter. But what my AI has been doing is it's generating the outline in the format that HRDC will ask you for as a TP, right? Using all the skills that it has been taught, including experiential learning, RD, flipped classroom model. So it depends on what your requests are. The more complex this is, the more detailed this prompt is, the more it will be in line with what your client wants. So what I've been doing is actually, sometimes my training provider sends me a RFP, you know, you screenshot and then you send to the trainer, right? I'll just take those screenshots, I'll throw it in, and I'll get it to generate out this draft first. This draft comes up first. Why? Because I don't want to generate anything, it costs tokens to generate. I check through the draft, I make sure that this is the draft that I can run, and this is the draft that the client actually wants. Once I approve it, then I'll ask it to generate it in documents. And then that's done. Alright? We have also taken this, once the client approves the document, the outline, we have taken this, we have another prompt that allows us to put it all into Gamma paste to text prompt. So it will generate the Gamma text, we copy that, we paste it to Gamma, and we generate our workbook. From that workbook, then we generate our slides. And with the slides and the workbook and the outline, we generate our pre and post, and we generate our programs, our content, our games, and so forth. Everything through AI. Any other questions?
Can get discount next time.
Yes, because AI is so fast and so good, we will customize everything for you. Normally, our training day, we charge 15,000 per day, but for you guys, I'll have a special Metro rate for you. 20% higher than what we currently charge. No, but any questions? Any questions? Anyone? One of the biggest things we receive is most people's usage and exposure to AI is here. And like suddenly you see something in agentic, it's like, wait, that looks like, this look like Yen can cook. Like you see all the ingredients, all chop, then you put inside the fridge, the oven, and then the next minute, ding, you take the thing out, right? And that's exactly how I felt the first time I saw this. I've seen people do the N8N, I've seen people do the OpenClaw, and I was very confused by that. Then I saw this, it produces similar result, but it seems so much faster and so much easier. And I've been hooked since.
But God,
This is my second month using.
God,
Huh?
God. Which God is it?
Claude, yeah. But we're using it on a harness actually. So this interface you're seeing is our harness that holds all our agents together. So if you look at the agents, the names are all quite weird lah. L&D of course is L&D lah. Somebody does my everything. So I've got somebody, my first agent is whatever. My first agent's name is whatever. Whatever. Yeah. And the reason why it's called whatever is because the first time I saw this, I was speaking to the vendor, I said, what can he do? He can do whatever you want. But what? Whatever you want. And it was so frustrating. I said, okay, so what should we do first? Okay, so build your agent. So what do I call the agent? Whatever. Okay lah, whatever. And that was my first agent. My first agent started, I can't remember, it was about almost 2 months ago. That was the first time I started using the harness and agentic AI. Before that, I was just checking my AI. Chat, copy paste, you know? Copy paste. I like the music, I type in my ChatGPT and then copy, I put it into my Suno. With this, everything's done, yeah.
So the one on the left are all your agents, is it?
All my agents.
So you have different agents.
Correct.
For different tasks.
Correct. The reason I have different agents for different tasks is not because the agent cannot remember multiple tasks, but because it's easier for me to identify. And also, I get multiple agents to work at the same time. So 4 or 5 of them can do work at exactly the same time. Because how many agents can work at the same time depends on your CPU usage. It eats up your CPU usage.
Let me ask you, what does Atlas do, for example?
Atlas is one of my programs. It's one of the signature programs I'm rolling out. It's targeted at senior management level.
Okay.
So the program itself is called Atlas. So the name is called Atlas.
So it's a program
Yeah.
producer.
Yeah. So you see, for example, you have Dicky. Dicky is my DISC profiling tool. So we have been paying profiling tools, right? Every profiling tool, every time you run one DISC profile, you have to pay 100, 200 ringgit. So we decided to build one called, of course, to the client, it's not called Dicky lah. But the agent that builds it calls Dicky lah. So this is a sample report of what it looked like, including the profiling tool, the assessment side. We wanted to go a little bit deeper than what the normal and the general DISC tools have. So it has a leader report. This is a leadership style group report. The sample report also has a leader coaching mechanism inside. So as a coach of my staff, I can also refer to the report and I know how to coach my staff. Yeah. So he has done that. I was speaking to a few training providers and they say, so DISC, people don't want any. They want to only know their strength. Young people now don't want to know their behavior, don't know their weakness. They only want to know what is their strength. So we decided to study some strength programs and we designed Talent Compass for it. Yeah. I personally, I think that profiling tools don't really work in the sense of what it does. So I think we should have a tool that is independent, that's not cognitive. People don't think about it. So we created Mind Canvas and it uses a camera. You draw a tree, you click on the use camera, you take a photo of your tree and then you'll analyze your personality for you. Yeah. We did all kind of tools, all kind of games. And yeah. How fast is it to get done? Fast. Like this app was written in under what, 15-20 minutes? I don't know the time, I'm not seeing. I think the timekeeper was so intrigued, the timekeeper forgot to keep time. So I'm not sure whether I'm still within my 13 minutes, but you know, this is what AI can produce for you. Any questions? Yes?
Can this actually I used to monitor or KPI results for
Can.
this person?
So I have a sales program. I was talking to my client says, okay, so how do you monitor it? I created a CRM for them. Yeah.
This is a software.
Yeah. No, this is not a software, this is a software I created. That can be given to the client, can be customized to the client. It's okay. Yeah. Any other questions? So I have one client, they gave me a challenge. They said, so can you customize? I want to do like a role play based on one of the games we had this game. And then because it has all the Amor name, you know, Elena Hart lah, Victor Rao. Okay, Victor Rao not Amor name lah. Nora Kim not Amor name lah. Gideon Blake lah. So they said, can you customize this to us? I said, okay lah. So on the spot, we changed all the name to the customer CEO, CFO, COO. So when they open this app, it is actually their boss's names. So it can be done that way as well. Yeah. Yep. So, any last question before I go? Okay. If you've got no last question, please feel free to take this photo, plant the word. We'll send it over to Dr. Maria after I make the plant look nicer. Right now the plant don't look so nice. Alright. Okay, with that, I'm going to pass the floor back to the MC. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for Suho. Thank you again.